Like Millstone Mayhem and Temple Tempest, I think Minecart Madness and Minecart Carnage got their names switched around. Madness implies a chaotic but otherwise harmless situation. Carnage says people got hurt. Seriously, let's look at the definitions of both words. Madness is described as extremely foolish behavior. Carnage is described as the killing of a large number of people. One of those things is clearly a lot worse than the other. Why would the devs lead with Carnage and follow it up with Madness? Did they think that 30 years later, some dude with too much free time wouldn't call them out on this? Anyway, this is part 31 of Overthinking Donkey Kong Country. That name thing bothers me way more than it should. But you know what? This level's pretty awesome. It's the second of 2 minecart levels, but it is so drastically different from the first that it doesn't feel like a rehash at all. First, the setting is different. That's not a big deal, but let's not pretend aesthetic differences don't go a long way in helping players differentiate 2 different but overlapping levels or ideas. Second, and probably the key distinction, is unlike Minecart Carnage, when you jump, you don't take the minecart with you. So instead of jumping the cart over gaps in the rails or onto enemies, you're actually jumping out of the cart to catch a rope or land in another cart before the one you're on falls into the abyss. This is an awesome level, with a lot of twists, turns, and fake outs. I feel like I say something to that effect almost every video, but come on, the game's just that good. But what purpose does this level serve in the big picture? It's my theory that it doesn't serve any purpose. It used to, but not anymore. Once upon a time, it would have been the main method of transporting ore from the mines beneath Elevator Antics to the refinery in Blackout Basement, the level after this one. And I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but I don't think the refinery it transported ore to is in use anymore. At least not in any meaningful way. In fact, it wouldn't surprise me if maybe the collapse of the track we see in this level led to the factory in the following level being decommissioned. Seems a bit extreme, right? Well, let's look at the bigger picture. There's another refinery that's got a direct and unbroken link to the mines. That's Oil Drum Alley. If they were hauling up more ore than they could process, maybe fixing the tracks in Minecart Madness would be a smart thing to do. But if they had enough ore to keep them busy here, why would they need to venture down into Congo Jungle and Monkey Mines? As we'll see soon, Chimp Caverns is almost completely exhausted and abandoned. Combine that with the fact that one of their refineries is no longer in use, and in fact, kind of falling apart at this point, and you can see that maybe the Kremlings are starting to get desperate. Maybe that's why they set this whole plan into motion, stealing the banana horde with the intent of waiting out the rainy season so that they could expand their territory unchallenged. Thing is, they weren't counting on Donkey and Diddy giving chase. Alright, that's everything. This level didn't really help us figure out the mystery of Krem Krok before it became Krem Krok. But between it and the next one, Minecart Madness showed us how this entire premise might have come to pass. And I think that's enough for now. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, I appreciate every little bit of love I get, and I don't take it for granted. I hope you're all safe, happy, healthy, and have a good one.